Hello everyone, Mr. Roski here, back with some StarCraft 2 action. Today we'll match up between our red Terran and he's gonna be Happy DK. And on the bottom left, he's gonna be our blue Protoss and his name's gonna be Bankung. So that's an interesting name, could be Chinese. So it's a PvT, hopefully it should be an interesting game. Some of you may have seen DK's some replays, and he's actually a very good player, especially against some Versin Protoss. He's actually been known as to pride himself as a Protoss killer. So every time he plays his Terran, which is most of the race does, he just pretty much annihilates Protoss. That's something good to be proud of. Not many people do that. So at the moment, nothing too shabby. Just we see the first SCV with the mineral in his left hand, maybe saying, "Hey, Protoss, I'm gonna give you a free mineral." And yes, he knows what his opponent is, so he's gonna be scouting his base and pulling it back. And Bankung actually hasn't done that yet, so he's just stacking up his minerals, putting up more probes, got his first pallet on. And we got our first racks coming up. Is it gonna be a double one or just single? No, single. But both players are not actually well enough. So here's that ACV chasing the probe. Like, no, I'm faster than you. Get away from me, cause you're fat, and I don't like you. We've got the gateway coming up. So nothing too out of ordinary right now. Obviously, Bangkok knows about the position of his enemy's base, so it's gonna be quickly going there and checking out what's going on. Well, we have a refinery coming up, so maybe looking on early Marauders or maybe Hellions, depending if they're gonna be upgraded with blue flames. However, it might have been a good idea to actually wall in first, so then your opponent obviously will not be able to sneak in and know what's going on with the base. So now this probe knows it. There's first racks and there's also a refinery, so it could be some mech play, or maybe not. We have actually a Marine coming up, and we have a cybernetic squad for Vancouver. And another pylon, and Connor boosting the first zealot, and we all know how zealots are pretty important. And actually, no. Well, that was interesting. I think DK misclicked there, and instead of making another fortress, they're actually gonna go and upgrade his upper command center. Interesting. And this probe still been a bit of a nuisance, just rolling around, just not doing anything. And DK actually wants to get rid of it as soon as possible. Where's the first Marine? Oh, he's well put it here. So now he's actually building the command center, so he doesn't actually want his opponent to know this might be expanded. So there's a first Marine, wants to kill that probe as soon as he can, and will that probe actually see what's going on? Most likely not. No, I don't think he did. Yeah, he didn't see that the DK's building his command center. Let's see. No, he did not. So very good play there by DK, quickly destroying the probe and yeah, putting up his commander so his opponent would know. And yeah, we have first engineering bay, and DK loves engineering bays. Out of most players that I've seen, he always gets his upgrades quickest out of all other players, especially as Terran. We have a couple of gators coming up. No tech yet, so no warp gates or anything. That's actually quite interesting, because you always want to get your warp gates out as soon as you can and as fast as you can when you're a Protoss player, because obviously it makes your units come out a little faster. So we have a second racks on the way, and we have a tech lab. So going for either for Marauder slow or maybe going for steam packs. So pretty chilly. Nothing out of new there. We have second refinery coming up for DK, and lifting up command center and going for his expansion. He's actually doing pretty well. He's expanding fairly quickly, while the Protoss player is still sitting on one base and just with that lonely zealot. But no, he's got to be accompanied with that stalker. But still, no. He's actually There we go. He's actually researching his warp gate technology there, so that's pretty good. Put up a second orbital command center, going for 10 infantry weapons level 1 for a 10 player. So got a second tech base, so obviously gonna be going bio heavy here. Got a couple of Marines here just chilling out. Looking like they actually look like American football players, but with guns. That's probably gonna be legal someday if that's sport ever gonna show up in the field. And that cell just walk around not doing anything. So just taking up a lot of stuff here, going for Marauder slowing us, so there's concussion shells coming up for DK. So at the moment, DK has already gone in advantage for both expanding and in tech. He's got another Marine coming up, and Protoss player is actually pulling up pretty slow. He hasn't done much, just putting up with units, and hasn't expanded yet. Well, there we go. Took the words right out of my mouth. He's actually expanding now. However, DK is still gonna be in front because he's got his double gas, another double gas coming up as well, and he's got his factory here. So maybe keep looking for some siege tanks or Hellions. Got a Twilight Council, and we'll see what's he's gonna be going for, either for Zealot legs or maybe some Stalker upgrades. So obviously Blink will most likely be part of that, and we probably have a little push going on here. But obviously the steam pack has already been done, so those Marines will fairly quickly be able to take out those units. Here comes the first Stalker, and he's gonna be doing a little poking around, but there's Marines. A big rally point here. You gotta lose that Stalker, and yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. If you're gonna use a Stalker to poke around the units, you want to make sure that it shoots a unit and then goes back, and you've gotta use it, just lose the shields. And there's the Zealots, no charge, pretty bad miss, man. But no, just hexing away some of those Marines, but good play there. Oh, Marauder, the first Marauder might actually go down, and does it? Yep, loses Marauder, and another Marine. So loses 3 Marines and a Marauder there to a Stalker and 4 Zealots. So not bad. Yep, going for the Zealot legs and infantry weapons level 1, and combat shields coming up as well. Armory is going up as well, and yeah, we have a tech lab for the factory, so most likely going to be going for those siege tanks. But no siege tech yet. We got a second refinery. No, he's actually... Both players are making up a lot of gas. So we'll see how that's going to go. Get a starport, so obviously get a Destiny Cloudfist when you have a factory, barracks, and starport. And we actually have another barracks. So obviously go very bio-heavy here. We have a little push here with some Marines and a lonely Marauder. Marauders are giant big blokes. So charge nearly complete. We have a forge on the way. So obviously get going from now. Looks like a robotics and a dark shrine. So some DTs are gonna be on the way, and there's gonna be an engagement here because losing some of these probes will actually pretty bad for Protoss. Yep, that's exactly what happens. Now he's going for. No, he's actually going for those probes and quickly taking out those probes as soon as they can, and yep, steaming out of there. I'm like, yep, baby, I've done my part here. I'm out of here. Good macro by DK, just right back and forwards. Obviously, the Zealots don't have charged yet. They're nearly complete. Look at them. As soon as that's done, they'll be able to kill those units very quickly. And he's charged complete. And look at those Zealots just quickly just tossing all those units away. But still, a good play by DK by taking out all those probes, and actually don't have any probes lighting up. So very good play. Even though he's up in supply, however, DK's done a lot of damage here, and already going for 2-2 for his infantry, going for another Rax, another another expansion. And here we go, more Stalkers and Zealots in the field. However, this steam pack and combat shields do a lot of damage, and shield upgrade as well. We have a bit of miss rally for the Marauder, and that's steaming up as well. So the Stalkers will be able to clear their up. And actually, gotta be going for those civvies straight away, so maybe some exchange here for one, because so many civvies go down, more Stalkers are on the way, and Dick is actually out of position. He doesn't have anything to deal with it right now, even though he's got units coming up and a siege tank. By the time that comes in, all these SCVs, and I gotta be done with it. I know he actually has the first siege tank. And you need to target fire those Stalkers as soon as you can, because the civvies are gone. And obviously, no siege tech yet, so not a lot of damage from the siege tank. However, this Marauder, this steam up should be able to do a lot more damage. Now, I guess still got those 2 Stalkers, and there's kind of a bit of an exchange game here. However, Bankung has been able to do a lot more damage than DK has. And here we got some DTs coming up, and where actually they gotta be going? They gotta be going for those. Yep, they gotta be going for those units straight away. And here we go, slice them away. Is there a scan? No, there's no energy for scans yet. Look at those DTs, just one slash with those Marines and just nothing. This is just too ridiculous. DTs are so pain. I misclicked there, because DTs are now in the base, and would be a lot more potent to actually attack all those SCVs. And if go find another scan to take out all those DTs. However, they did a pretty decent damage. We actually have an Immortal counter as well, obviously to deal with those heavy units such as Marauders and siege tanks. And a good play here by DK by putting up a sensor tower, but is there still... Yeah, no, that's my bad. I thought it was another DT, but it's only an observer. However, with another commands chilling around here, not do much. First, Protoss ground weapons level 1 coming up finally. If you're Protoss player, you always want your ground weapons level 1 as soon as you can, because Bankung may be a bit of advantage here by what is destroyed. However, DK is so far in advantage with his upgrades, and he's got a third base, while Bankung is still on his natural, and DK's natural is nearly saturated. As you can see how fast he can reinforce his forces, even though he's going down in money. In minerals, actually. My mistake. And Protoss players just keep piling on. He's not building a lot. I mean, if you have over 2,000 minerals and you're not doing anything with them, then all those warp gates are pretty much useless. He's building more gateways, which are relevant. Yeah, he's piling up Immortals, but at least you can put another two robotics facilities, because you don't want to just waste your money on nothing. And we have another push coming up here. We have robotics base. It might be transferred to some Colossus if those Immortals will fail. However, we've got a big line of defense here, especially if the siege tanks get sieged up. And this force will not prove any helpful. And we have a third weapons level coming up for the infantry. And you got the units coming up, and they're gonna see some good line defense, and yeah, pretty much just failed that one. Oh, we've got some Immortals coming up and saying nope, we don't want to die yet. We're still too young, and gotta pull back. So maybe actually transferring to Colossus there. Yep, yeah, the Colossus, but no thermal lance upgrade coming up yet. Actually, we have gravity boosters. Not really sure if that was a mismatch or not. No, it's not. Interesting, because if you got Colossus, you obviously want your thermal glands coming up. And yeah, finally we have Bankung expand actually on far top left, so pretty interesting. So obviously the DK might not be able to, might not know about it. He'll think, oh, he's expanding either over here or around here or here, obviously somewhere close to his base. But DK might actually, he's actually pushing in, and he got a couple of medevacs here, obviously, to heal up his units. And nope, he's no base here, so probably gonna be going straight for his natural. However, there are a couple of DTs here, but no, they've actually moved into the Archon. Yeah, we'll clean up those sacrifices, because obviously you don't want a traffic jam coming up if you have so many units. So we gotta have the big push coming up. Here we go. No steam up yet. However, attack the pylon does probe. One place, one time. Yep, steam it up quickly. On the Tarkify the Archon as soon as you can, and also those Immortals, since the Immortals do a lot more damage to Marauders and Marines. Here we go, steaming up, and obviously got more siege tanks, and there's medevacs shooting, killing them up, and this base is gonna go down. However, there are some DTs. However, the scan went in and quickly revealed the position. Here we go. Got this base, it's gotta go down fairly quickly, and at the moment Bankung has nothing to deal with it. He's only got the lonely Dark Templar here, but still got another scan takes that care of that. And yep, we still have a couple of Colossus here. If they're on the high ground, they'll do a lot more damage. Some Stalkers. And here we go, those Colossus. This will do some damage. However, those siege tanks, yep, target 5 this Colossus, and here we go, going down as quickly as they can, and I think this could be it, because our Protoss player had nothing to deal with it. He's only building one Colossus, and he's got nothing. This is just sad. DK is just absolutely thrashing everything, just destroying everything in the path, and only one Colossus isn't going to prove much help. And put up on gateways for for what reason? Yes, there's a base here, however, that's not going to do much if your main base is going to be gone. I actually want to target fire this robotics facility as soon as you can. And the Colossus, he's actually, no, he's running away. Where is he going to go? Yep, I'm safe here. I'm actually going to go back, just chill here, but there's another massive force here. And this Colossus is out of place. He's going to have a bad day. He might kill one or two units, but not before saying it's from by. And his base is going very quickly, but still no GG, even though Bangkok got nothing. He's I get 2 probes here, and this is just sad. This is not how a pro player should be playing, especially if you sit on so many minerals. It's yeah, I'm just speechless. It's just one of those games when you just can't say anything, and Dick is like, well, where's the GG? I'm pretty sure I'll destroy his entire base, unless he's got another one hidden somewhere. And the lonely observer's like, well, I'm just gonna be sitting here and not do anything, cause my base is gone. Yeah, Chrono boosting a couple of probes here, not really gonna do much, and DK isn't actually doing much either, because he probably thinks, well, GG, so what's going on here? But probably gonna go and search up another base, and leaves a lonely Paladin here. This is probably the luckiest Paladin in the entire game. So not much more to say. This game has actually not been that quick. DK has actually been on top. Here we go. Here's just no GG. Just Banker just leaves. So how rude of him. So just to clarify this, DK been on top for most of the game. As you know, he opened up with some early expansion, obviously early pressure by putting up more tech and taking up. However, he did lose a lot of his CVs here on his natural when Bangkok came in. However, Bangkok was behind because he didn't expand enough, and he had so many gateways not producing anything. He was stealing so many minerals. So here we go. Hopefully, you learned something about it. And this has been Mr. Rusky, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.